Hey everyone, Cynthia Maynard here, and I have a card that I made. It's using a few different companies, Stampin' Up, as well as, well, I'll just go show you all the parts. But here's the card. It's got some copper embossing, using my Nouveau crystal dots, and a little layering. So let me show you how it's done. I started off with wanting to use this stamp from Deep Red Cling Stamps, and it's this lovely floral dress on a dress form with writing and stuff behind it. It's called Magnolia Dress Form, and I like their stamps. You only usually get one in a package, but they're usually not that expensive, and they're good quality rubber stamps. So I wanted that to kind of be the centerpiece. So I had a piece of the gray Recollections cardstock, and I just started stamping away, and I'm not probably going to be able to recreate it exactly because I was sort of randomly stamping, but we'll do the best we can. Wild Honey, Aged Mahogany, Abandoned Coral, and then Pumice Stone. So those were the ones that I used. And so I started out just taking this stamp and inking it up with the Aged Mahogany. Love the little distress look of the stamp. Of course, I put it on my block crookedly, even with the grid. Alright, and so I just kind of stamped. My image stamps beautifully, and then I started stamping around there. So what I'm going to do, we're done with that one. What I'm going to do next is use this, it's a Tim Holtz from Stampers Anonymous. It's like a lacy flower type of deal. And I did that in the Wild Honey. Okay, and then I just kind of randomly stamped around. So kind of went over here. Beautiful stamp. Who doesn't like Tim Holtz stuff, right? Alright. Right there, here, and I have, I switched to this stamp set. I think I got this from Recollections. So it's got these dragonflies over here and these sort of buggy flies. And so I used this one. And I stamped him in the Pumice Stone. Also kind of here and there randomly. Turning your stamp to make it kind of look natural. And we're just kind of layering. It looks like I also did him in the Abandoned Coral. I am putting my fingers in everything. So I did a few of him in that. Make these colors together. Again, the juxtaposition there. It's okay if we're stamping over our dress form, so it's kind of all going together. Leaf that looks like this, and that is from the Botanical Blooms Stampin' Up set, so it's that one right there in the corner. And I also did that in the Abandoned Coral. And again, whatever, you don't need the distress inks to do this, use whatever colors you want, but that's what I had. And I'm going to echo this stamp on the craft cardstock base later on. Again, I like also, this is a nice light and feathery sort of look, which goes nicely with our thick lacy stamp. So you always want to kind of balance out thick things with thin things, so forth. Round things with square things, and it kind of gives us a balance. And I kind of had, I did it in the, grabbing the wrong, it doesn't matter. Kind of making a fern leafy sort of situation here. And you just do it until it looks right to you. Balance of colors, balance of textures, and so forth. Like this gray cardstock needed some filling in, so it wasn't like, whoa, there's our gray background. So you simply just take a makeup sponge, you know, a cheap little, obviously this has been used a million times, and I took the abandoned coral and the wild honey and just kind of filled in like this dress, just so it wasn't so stark gray behind there. Not that you can't leave it gray behind there, if that's what you like. I wanted it filled in, so just kind of lightly, barely applying any pressure at all. Just enough to kind of lightly color that. And then you switch to the wild honey. This is what we have. Kind of cool. And then I thought, okay, how can I cut that out? So I went ahead and took the spellbinders. I have some nesting circles like this, or not circles, but ovals, scalloped ovals. I also took the one that was a little bit bigger than this one, and I cut it out of some mahogany Recollections cardstock to match my dress form color with the aged mahogany. So I'm going to go cut that out, and I will be right back. Okay, so I just put it through my grand caliper or Big Shot, whatever you've got, and now I've got this nice oval that's going to nest in a lovely way with our mahogany one. I just think that's so pretty. It's so nice to make your own little pattern paper. Sometimes I like to buy it too, but yeah, so now I'm just going to go ahead and attach this just using some adhesive. Use whatever you've got handy. Center it the best you can. Like so. And then I went ahead, I've got some craft cardstock that's cut to accommodate a 5x7 card, so I've got it 10x7. Score it in the middle, so I'm going to score it at the 5 mark. You've got your 5x7 base. Easy peasy. And then what I did was I kind of imagined where it would be, and then I used my fern stamp again from the Botanical Stampin' Up! And the Wild Honey. Make sure that we're stamping here and then slightly underneath. So basically this middle spot you can leave blank because we're not going to see that. So just turning it every which way. We are going to stamp off the paper. So just kind of have fun with it. We want some that will be peeking out, so just kind of keep that in mind where your piece is going to be. And this gives a nice subtle pattern without being too busy because of all that we've got going on there with our other piece. Oops. And you know it's handmade, right? See where you're at there in terms of, do you need to fill in any more? I think I might need something up in this corner. And maybe the tiniest bit there. Yeah, I think we're good. Alrighty. Got some fast fuse there. So again, centering just like so. Out of that same maroon cardstock, I cut out this piece for the Botanical Builders, die cuts from Sizzix, and I'm going to attach that in the upper corner here just with a glue dot. And then just kind of fluff it up. with some Recollections copper embossing powder, or use whatever you have. I stamped Live a Beautiful Life. That is actually a Stephanie Barnard Stamps of Life stamp set, that A Beautiful Life. So I really like that, and I kind of cut it out sort of wonky on purpose because kind of fitting with our little mixed media feel here. And we can just attach that with some foam dots, or foam squares in this case. And then again, matching our dimension of our other flower there. So just putting a few there. I put 3 because these are the minis if you've got 2 larger ones, but I felt like the middle needed some support. Put that there. I liked that saying, live a beautiful life. We've only got one, right? We have one shot. So we want it to be beautiful. Alright, so kind of covering up sort of some of the bottom there, like that. Nice layering, and I love how the copper picks up these earth tones that we're using, these organic sort of feel, and then giving a metal look at the same time. And we're going to match that metal look with this Nouveau Crystal Drops, and this is the color Copper Penny, so obviously it goes well with our copper. Right in the center. So, and you can kind of tap on the bottom and it flattens out. That Hershey Kiss will kind of fall down a little bit. And there you have it. You can do stamping on the inside if you want. I mean, we came pretty close, right? They're pretty close. So those are fun. It's fun to kind of make your own pattern and have our little centerpiece there, and I like how it turned out. Feminine, and nice to have a feminine and yet earthy and organic. So I like those sorts of things. Alright guys, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. That'll help me out a lot. Thank you so much if you already have subscribed, and that is a help to what I'm doing here. Thank you, and have a great creative day.